Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Today we'll be talking about Brewster Millions. This is a 1980s movie. It stars Richard Pryor and John Goodman. Oh man, I really screwed that. It's not John Goodman, John Candy. I don't know, they kind of look alike, right? Candy, Goodman. I got the John part right. Sorry, it stars Richard Pryor and John Goodman. Oh my gosh, I really screwed up Richard Pryor and John Candy. Oh my gosh. All right, wait. I remember seeing this as a kid way back in the day. My cousins were a big Richard Pryor fan, and I remember watching it at their house. I think it was either on TV or VHS, can't remember. It's one of those rare, I don't know if it's rare. Well, I'm not going to say anything about that. Anyways, if you've never seen Brewster Millions, it's about Richard Pryor. He inherits $300 million, but there's a catch. He has to spend $30 million within 1 month. Now, $30 million in the 80s was a ton of money. I mean, it would be, I don't even know if it would be possible to spend $30 million within 1 month. And he can not own anything at the end of the month. So he has to spend $30 million, not own anything at all with that $30 million. If he does that, he can inherit $300 million. The other thing is he can just forfeit that part of the inheritance and just take the $1 million up front. In the 1980s, $1 million was a lot of money. You wouldn't have to worry about working again for the rest of your life if you inherited $1 million. But Richard Pryor goes for it all. Of course, I mean, it wouldn't be a movie if he accepted the $1 million, right? Like I said, though, I don't know if it'd be possible. I mean, he does it, but it would be very, very, very hard to spend $30 million 1 month without owning anything. So that's basically what this movie is about. Richard Pryor plays this movie pretty straight up. It's more of a drama than it is a comedy. I think for me, most of the comedy aspects of the movie, parts of the movie, went to John Candy's role. John Candy was, to me, he was funnier, but I think it's because his role was funnier than Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was just trying to spend money. And, you know, he had a lot of parts where he's kind of worrying about, you know, how he's going to do this. And I feel like Richard Pryor did a great job in this role, playing it pretty straight. You know, like I said, I didn't really find his character to have the funny parts. And the funny parts did go mainly to John Candy. John Candy was great as well. I really did enjoy this. This is a movie I would recommend, especially if you're a Richard Pryor or a John Candy fan. You'll enjoy this. Kind of some of the things I found interesting was at the beginning, you know, Richard Pryor, his profession is a minor league baseball player. I'm not even sure if he's a minor league baseball player. If he is, it's kind of like a single A baseball player. Anyways, they're playing, and there's like a railroad that goes through the outfield, and you have a train right in the middle of the game. Kind of looked that up. I was like, was the field they were playing on a real minor league field, or were they just playing it up like, you know, he's down so low in the minor leagues that they have stuff like that? And I looked it up, and yes, it is something that did happen in minor league baseball fields back in the 20s and 30s, I guess. According to the research that I did, and mainly it happened in Texas. I think this one, it takes place in New Jersey. I'm not really sure if it was shot in New Jersey, but it is possible for a train to go right through the field in the middle of a baseball game. It was slow moving, by the way. Anyways, I did enjoy that aspect. Just like some of the prices, you know, things were a lot cheaper than the 80s, you know, but, you know, due to inflation, things are like, what, probably 10 times, 100 times more expensive now. Probably be a lot easier today to spend $30 million in a month than it was back then. I like how the use of creativity that the writers used for him to spend his money. It wasn't so easy, you know. He has a lot of missteps, a lot of ideas that he used backfires on him. You know, he's trying to gamble all his money away, betting on all the long shots, and then some of them hit, and then he ends up making all the money back that he had spent at that time. So I like the idea that, you know, the writers did make it hard for Richard Pryor to fulfill his end of the bargain. Of course, you got your little snakes in there as well. The little romance it has, pretty good romance storyline as well. to throw in there, throw in her debut. Like I said, I think it was very well. This movie was very well done, very well shot. I liked the script. I liked the idea. I liked how Richard Pryor played his character, very straight, you know, and you actually see that kind of like the worries he had, and I liked kind of like the mannerisms he had as well. Basically, some of the same that he used in other movies, but I think he fit this role very well. So check it out if you ever get a chance to see Brewster Millions. Definitely watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. Still will give this as a solid recommend, not highly recommend, but it's a solid recommend. It's a good movie to check out when you have time. If you haven't seen it in a while, you know, something to revisit. Hope everybody has a great day, and check me out in the next video. Bye.